When we bought our house, it had a beautiful garden, very well manicured, and it looked beautiful, neat and tidy. However, not even a week after us being in, the dogs destroyed it. It was like a muddy mosh pit. The dogs were coming in caked with mud, and we hadn't even gotten fully into winter yet. We knew we were on a losing battle trying to keep this garden nice. So we done the only thing we could, ripped the whole lot out and put AstroTurf down. Never thought I'd move to the countryside and put artificial grass down. But here we are. So there's a compilation of all the photos and videos that we took throughout the whole process, and it was a hell of a process. We hired a little digger, and truth be told, we didn't have a clue what we were doing. We thought naively, yeah, this will be quick and easy, we can get this done ourselves. No, wouldn't have had a cat and hell's chance. Oh, that's Poppy. She was growling at Michael on the digger. She wasn't amused. Where on earth we thought we were going to put all the soil, I don't know. Because in total, we removed roughly about 200 tonne of topsoil, beautiful topsoil. We'd done at least 8 big dumper loads. But initially, we thought we could do it ourselves with the digger. Thought, yeah, we can just get in there, take all that off. That'll be no problem. No. Now, we are very, very lucky because we have some amazing neighbours over here, and they watched us fail and struggle massively trying to do this with one little digger. And they brought in the big guns for us. They brought over the JCB, which made very light work of digging up the whole garden. And they also brought in the big dumper. And not only that, they very, very kindly put the soil on their land for us, because they have about 40 odd acres. And they were busy building their house, so they said the soil would come in handy for them when it comes to landscaping and whatnot after all the machinery had been in. But we couldn't have thanked them enough. They made what would have been a torturous job so much faster and easier. It took them, half a day to dig out the entire garden. It probably would have took us a month. The dogs loved it. They thought, oh, we don't need to make the mud now. We can just wallow in it because it's already here. It wasn't fun cleaning down muddy dogs all day, every day, but we knew it was a process we had to go through and it was going to be worth it. But yeah, the dogs loved it. Once that was all dug out, we put some weed membrane down, which, I'm not going to lie, has done absolutely nothing. But it was down. We then had to use the little digger to put the first lot of 20 mil to dust hardcore down in the entranceway. So the one thing we had to do was get that entranceway nice and compact and built up so we could get bigger machinery in. Even just getting the lorries that were dumping all the hardcore off for us, we needed a nice level plane that they could drive in and not rip the membrane up. So once that was done, we could then get some of the bigger stuff back in. We went through, I think, something like 140, 160 tonne of 20 mil to dust, which is a lot. It is a lot, but it's a big garden. So it was needed. And this is just Michael pushing that entryway back and forth, levelling it out so we could get the gates open. And like I say, so the machinery, just like this, could come in and dump more and more and more for her. Once we had that lot in and the gateway done, we could then get the big machinery. Oh, this is Bailey helping, of course. But we could then get the big machinery back in off our lovely neighbours to help spread it out. Whilst one was spreading it out, Michael was rolling it. We wanted to try and get it as compact as possible. We weren't overly bothered about being super flat because it's just for the dogs to play on. But we needed it compact so it didn't move underneath when we put the artificial grass down. This took a lot of work, I'm not going to lie. It was tedious. But again, we kept telling ourselves it's going to be worth it. Michael was in his element, playing with all the machinery. Oh, a nice picture of Zyka helping, because of course she had to get in on it as well. But yes, Michael was in his element on the machinery until I took over and he had to do the wheelbarrow work. So once all the hardcore was down, we then got 6 melted dust to go on top of that. That helped soak away all the dog urine as well. And with that, we couldn't really drive the machinery back on top because we had compacted and rolled the 20 melted dust down. We had to do most of the 6 melted dust by hand. It was a lot of work. After that, we had some paving slabs turn up, which were very, very heavy. And Michael, bless him, handballed all of those in one by one. We found our centre mark and put the first roll of artificial grass down. And from there we worked out over because we could just cut off any excess that we needed to. Got to have a rest. We then had loads of white pebbles delivered for around the outside. Michael put up some solar lights which look pretty but don't really light the garden up. The garden's too big. And then this was it. Once it was all finished and done. We love it. We absolutely love it. It has made life so much easier. No mud, no mess. And this was the before and after. Glad we'd done it, but it wasn't easy.